Lost in this hazy room, the darkness surrounds. Pulsating beats electrify the ground. I feel the energy, it's flowing through my veins.
What's up, baddies? It's April with the Phoenix Collective. I'm an intuitive and a tarot card reader, and I'm just going to give you a few messages here before I head off to church. Happy Saturday, guys. I hope we're all doing well. All right, so tuning in with the energies that I got. First, I got Pisces. I transcend, connecting with your guides. So I'm getting it for this reading is for today is definitely has a connection with their intuition. Guys, listen, we feel things all the time, and a lot of people are always wondering, it's a feeling I'm feeling, intuition. Okay, let me kind of explain it. Intuition is a very, very, very subtle feeling, and you have to kind of quiet everything else first before you can connect in with it. It's felt really like below the belly button or right by the belly button. It's in your gut, and it's super soft. It's a whisper, but when it hits, you know. And you know. And now if you feel it in your chest, that's usually fear. If you feel it in your muscles, if you're clenched, that's usually anxiety. Okay, if it's in your mouth, it's disgust. If it's in your throat, if it's like in your neck area, that's sadness. And if it's in your head, it's anger. Okay, so it's super important to be able to feel your body and know what you're experiencing, and everything else you want to be able to recognize, acknowledge the source of it, and let it go. Okay, so that you can have a clear connection in your intuition. And that takes a few things, okay, in life. All right, so if you're not already somewhere safe and stable, if you don't feel safe in your surroundings, that's number one. Okay, it's number one. Around then clearing your body out of negative substance, drugs, and alcohol, and then working on the brain part, right? The mental part, removing fear, lack, and self-sabotaging thoughts and behaviors. We start to get ourselves aligned each day, right? And in tune with ourselves, and we balance out. And then anything that comes in through the crown, which those are downloads. Sometimes you'll hear a ringing in your ear, okay? And that's usually a download from your guides or your angels or your ancestors. And the thoughts that come into your head are meant to be, so I don't know, everyone's different. I see a mixture of, I get a mixture of feelings and images and sometimes sounds and smells that come in, and they're just meant to help you access. I consider it like a little Rolodex, okay? Like, oop, I've been here before. What does that situation tell me about what I'm experiencing now? Okay? It's meant to guide you up and out of there, okay? You guys, the person that has the most control in any situation is the person that can pause and think before they react, okay? And has that ability to check ego at the fucking door and make the best move for everybody involved, regardless of ego. Okay, so the goal is to get off that karmic wheel. Okay, so the person I'm talking to today definitely has that Pisces connection with their intuition. Okay, oops, Pisces. So this gets us to this one. I also have some 7th house energy, which is relationships. Okay, these are any kind of relationships. I'm not talking about just lovers. I'm talking about co-workers, just people that acquaintances, friends, anybody that you have to interact with in your life. Relationships, okay, important people to you. And then in the 5D round, we have Rael. All right, and this is Archangel 29. It's liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. All right, so with the combination of those cards, I have a feeling this reading, what it's telling me right now, is going to be for someone that needs to be aware of some hidden enemies, okay? Now, I'm picking up past So this is past current, I call it. This is past people, current energy. You've got some people like, pulling on your ethereal cords, okay? They're thinking about you. You're in their thoughts. They are watching you. They're stalking your socials, okay? And they're doing some soul searching. They want to reach out. I want to message you. They're done acting like they don't care, and they want to speak their truth. Okay, so Spirit, I'm going to pull the cards and see what it's telling me, but Spirit wants you to be aware of these people, and there's a reason why. We'll find out in just a minute. I'll be right back. All right, guys, so today we're working with the Mercury retrograde, so I'm going to try and push through this energy and see if my communication comes out all right. And I have a feeling it will. I was born during a Mercury retrograde, so things work a little bit backwards for me. So during a Mercury retrograde, communication's really muddled. There's breakdown in understandings. It's not a time to sign contracts or really engage in anything new at all, or to try and confront any kind of dispute or issues. So this isn't a time to put yourself out there and feel like you should speak your truth, which is probably really confusing because we just had that full moon in Taurus with opposing the sun in Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is all about hiding their bullshit, right? They're secretive, right? And they operate in the shadows and lurk. Whereas Taurus, they kind of have verbal diarrhea, and that energy, the energy of the sun opposing the full moon in Taurus, really has a lot of people speaking their truth. Yeah, and exposing all of their secrets. So just be careful right now what you're getting yourself into when you're speaking. All right, especially during the Mercury retrograde, because you might find that you start talking to somebody that's not ready to hear it. All right, it's a time of kind of irritable discontent and detachment from anything social. All right, so stay to yourself, keep a low, and just kind of acknowledge the feelings as they pop up, but really don't put anything into action until after this 3-week period is over. Now, if you were born during a Mercury retrograde, things are a little bit different. We find that we can talk very easily, and we have a lot to say because we are meant to speak truth that people need to hear and reflect on. So we're giving people those nuggets of wisdom that they should, if you're listening to me now, if you're checked in, then there's probably messages that you need to hear today, okay? Remember, these are collective readings, so if it doesn't resonate with you, don't force it to fit. Take a seat and take a time out and come back for the next one, or just listen anyway and entertain yourself. But definitely, let's not create problems that we don't need. Okay, I always say that. If you'd like a personal private reading with me where I can connect into your energies, you can look below. There's a link for Medium Chat, and I read on there most days of the week, okay? Also, liking, following, subscribing puts your energetic imprint into what I do, and I can pick up on your energies. It's also the best way to contribute to my channel. If you like what I do, is to just hit that like button, the follow button, because all of that helps me monetize, make more money. So thank you. Let's get into this reading. So in the past position, or this is kind of current past. I've past people, current energies, okay? Which I'm getting the devil energy, and we know what that means, guys, don't we? And then the 7 of wands here. The devil energy is, addictions and self-sabotaging behaviors. Okay, it's anything that really causes resistance to our flow state. Okay, and I'm getting this is outside you. This is some people that's in your past energy. I feel like a person I'm talking to today, just because we got that Pisces energy, has always been connected, very much connected into their intuition. That the social situations that you put yourself in, you knew when to leave. Yeah, you kind of have an allergy to bullshit and people that are fake as fuck. Also, you can tell when it's not safe, okay? And you can get in there, you can put your mirror out, you can blow shit up, and then you're gone. Okay. And now if you were operating in this world with these people that are at a lower vibration, a lower frequency, it looks like, it's a lot of substance abuse is what I'm picking up right now, drugs and alcohol. And when you're in that kind of an energy and in those kind of social groups, everyone's kind of acting out of their lower natures, right? A lot of self-sabotaging, selfish behavior, people trying to get on top, hurting other people, also being jealous of people that seem to have a little bit easier. It's really, there's nothing productive in this energy. A lot of bored people too that aren't working and that are just looking to harm other people and talk shit. So a whole lot of evil eye was sent your way, especially because I'm picking up that you are definitely my being of light. You've got divinity in your DNA, which we all do, but you're very close with it. Okay? You're very close with it. And that faith, here it is. You were almost mocked for that, weren't you? That's what I'm picking up. The people made fun of you for your connection with the divine because you knew where you were going. And anybody that put up opposition to that or told you that you couldn't do, you were like, see ya, goodbye. You did not go in for another cycle with them. You were like, fuck no, dude, I'm piecing out and going on. But what I'm getting is that there were some people that were on the fence. Okay, so some people that were on the fence. So you had a whole group of people that didn't like you just because your light shined bright, okay? And for other reasons why, jealousy, that kind of thing, your divinity. They could see your light and they feel it. And, you irritated their demons, all right? You were just meant to be a mirror. You pop in there and tell them what's up, and then you're out, okay? And I get that you really lifted your vibration completely. I'm sure you're clean and sober, is what I'm feeling. So congratulations, mwah, you guys. That's the only way to be, okay? But it looks like you were hanging out with some fence sitters. So some people that still remained a little bit close to you, not quite as evolved as you, wanted to stick around in these groups because they got outside validation from them. And plus they were bringing them intel about you. And let me tell you, they got a lot of attention for talking about you. Okay? And they liked that. But what they did because of that is they became an enemy, a hidden enemy that was putting you in harm's way. And I'm feeling like, I mean, this is an all-out attack. This person maybe even said some untruths about you. All right, but you're protected from that, okay? Because your faith keeps you protected from that, and you also went about your way. You connected in with your intuition. You knew when you had to leave, and you also didn't engage. Okay, you didn't add more negative karma to it. You didn't fight with people. You didn't lash back. You didn't engage in that scorpionic tit for tat kind of energy. You didn't engage in the warfare with them. You just redirected your energy and put that back into your own self-evolution. So congratulations, Spirit, saying you did the right thing. You did it, and you did it the right way. You didn't end up back on that karmic wheel. Now, when people are trying to control you and they can't anymore, and this is my narcissist card. He thinks he's won because you walked away. But you're really the victor because you got out of there and you self-evolved. Like, look at where you are now. And so I'm picking up that this person is now looking at that. They're now looking at the situation they created for themselves, and they're looking around at the people they are with, and they are stalking you, and they're seeing how awesome you're doing, and it's putting them in kind of a Four of Cups and Judgment energy. So a call to evaluate their life and kind of understand what their true priorities are. They realize they had it all wrong. Okay, and they're a little homesick for you. There's enough time apart, and they're watching you, and they're seeing where you're at, and they're remembering who you are. All right. I'm picking up that you were you were sanctuary to a lot of people. You were definitely an ally and a good friend, and you were there to help people. Okay. But this was at your expense because they just utilized you for your light to heal them. Okay, so you have that healing energy. This is my healers today, my light workers, my Lumerians. Okay, and you were giving that out freely and absorbing a lot of people's karmas. Okay, because they were hurting you behind your back. They were hidden enemies. They were hurting you behind your back, but then coming to you to fix them. And I'm telling you, please remember this. You have no obligation to heal people that created the wounds. Do you understand that? Okay. All right. Now, like with love and light, we're able to put the pause on things and be better people because of these experiences. Now we can relate and we can feel sympathy for them for where they're at, but we need to keep a safe distance, okay? And not just let them back into our life, because trust me, they're just going to use your healing bomb again and then blow you the fuck out of there, okay? And direct all that energy and love inward so that you can continue to help other people that are actually ready, and you can do it in a capacity that has boundaries. I'm picking up that there might be this person might be in some deep doo-doo, some legal issues, and they want you to come and help them. Yeah, to help them out. But trust me, they only see you as the person that helps them out when they are at their lowest. So they can't maintain a relationship with you at any higher frequency. So the minute that you heal them, they will, be gone, which is fine. But you've put a lot of work. Hold on.
Just a card. It's your gateway to extraordinary experiences. With a AAA out.
Of course.
Savings and hidden gems.
Of course, it's a AAA commercial, right? Because what does AAA do? They come and bail you out when you're in trouble. You're not AAA, guys. You're not. You have a higher purpose than that, okay? And that is to be in reciprocal relationships that are building within a community that's safe and that gives back to you as much as you give out. You don't need to be depleted by people. They need to, you can help them, you can give them resources, you can listen to them, but they essentially have to do the work, and they need to do it as far away from you as possible, okay? And actually go through the work so that they can meet you or beat you, baby, right? And I'm not talking about like knock you out, like anything physical or sick, sad, abuse shit. I'm talking like baby one more time, Britney Spears shit. Like they need to be able to evolve farther above you at a higher frequency or at your frequency. Otherwise, spirit's just gonna kick them out of your energy field. You're way too protected. There's the Mercury retrograde right there, folks. And it looks like the permanent and painful ending has occurred in this relationship. There's no going back from it. You're still healing from these wounds, and you don't need to reopen them as you put in the work. Here it is, the work. All right. So let's see what else we got here. Four Swords and the Moon. So this really what this person needs, and you know exactly what they needed because you went through this too, okay? So this is, the moon is illusion and confusion, and this is a period of rest and introspection, recovery, focusing on themselves and their inner world. So they need to do the self-healing work too, that shadow work, all right? Where they get themselves stable, right? Remove substances, and then start the process of dealing with life. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something. All right. Addictions, it's really the only, disorder. It's the only health disorder that people don't have respect for. Okay. You know why? Because we're completely destructive to everybody in the world around us. So when you think of a cancer patient hopes to get well and repair themselves back into the same condition that they were in before the cancer. It's a little bit different with substance abuse. We actually heal ourselves and become better people, stronger, badass beings of light with the ability to approach the world in such a better way. That I almost feel bad for people that don't have addictive behaviors, but we all do, really. They just manifest in different ways. Power, control, money, shopping, gossip, hate speech, self-sabotaging behaviors. There's, once we get rid of all of those and can actually handle life with a clear and clear mind, where we are, evolving with our third eye open, and we start to approach the world differently, because everything has meaning in it. Everything, every symbol, every feeling, every encounter with it's definitely, it's beyond the five senses. Okay, it's seen, signs, symbols, synchronicities, guided by your intuition and your guides and spirit realm. The life becomes completely different, right? Oh, wow. So in the subconscious, these are the last four cards I pulled, and then we're going to end this reading here. But these are a powerful message of clarity is coming. Spirit is definitely going to give you a moment of clarity and insight that will enable you to cut through the bullshit of the past. You'll be able to see it very, very clearly, and you'll very, very clearly see the people that are meant to be in your vibe tribe. When this person rears their head, you'll be able to listen with emotional independence. Okay, all right, and an emotional maturity. Okay, and emotional intelligence is actually going to be the number one sought out skill in the future. Okay, an understanding of how technology can be a resource and not a depletion, and then an emotional intuition or intelligence. This is a skill that's coming and channeled in from the divine. Okay, and I'm feeling like the spirit is giving this to you. All right, so that you intuitively know in each situation how to handle that and how to put up those boundaries and be of assistance as a light worker should, without being a doormat. And and I'm talking, you guys, hello, I'm a recovering people pleaser as well, so I definitely understand that nature. Okay, but like nowadays I definitely am not. All right, so boundaries, okay? And then also, shit, look at this. The Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So this is a powerful message of love, happiness, and emotional fulfillment. Yes. So this is kind of that conclusion of being happy in and emotionally fulfilled with the people around you. So you're vibing with your tribe, or if you're not, you will be. All right, possibly a partner. I don't ever pick this up as a lover. I do if we're talking about adolescents, people in first time love. Okay, where it's mutual, reciprocal, and but yet it doesn't have the maturity of the Lover's card, the Emperor and the Empress. That's that longevity and that being a complete person. Okay, so they still got some holes in them, and they're still, they're new. All right, so but this is a very good card for anybody that you're not trying to get intimately involved with, because you don't have those kind of issues. Okay, this is a good person to go. These are good people to go into business with, good people to live with, good people to be around and congregate with. All right, and make decisions. All right, because they're cooperative and they see you for who you are. Okay, do you see that? Okay. You have found, or soon will find, a deep connection with others based on just a mutual respect. All right, so Spirit is bringing this up because there's a definite distinction between the people from your past and the people that you are with now. And we should love everybody because we're all in different phases of the self-healing journey. All right, but distance, space, time, okay, especially if they have harmed you. And I'm getting that even these people from your past that smiled in your face and pretended to be your friend weren't, okay? And they might be coming to you to come clean with that. And I'm telling you, any kind of relationship, if it's going to be a relationship that's going to move forward in any way, has about 5 minutes, 3 minutes is what I say, to be completely and utterly honest. If it's going to be resuscitated, otherwise, give them some resources, help them, direct them in the right way. that's far away from you. Okay. All right, guys. Happy Saturday. Be safe out there. And with love and light, remember that we are all of us, are spiritual beings suffering this human condition together. So it's imperative that we are kind to ourselves and the world around us. Okay. With boundaries. Mwah. Love and light.